Hi, my name is Michael Febles, and welcome to Pimp My Rig. Hi, my name is Michael Febles. Welcome to my Strange Addictions. Okay, so we have my number one, my Strat. This body actually came from my first guitar I got. It was some knockoff wannabe Strat. The joke with my band is that I don't actually have a real Strat, and it's by technicality true. But I switched the pickups for Fender's like 59 pickups. They kind of like go into this like vintagey sound, but what really is vintage? I mean, kids kind of throw the word around all these days. So there's that. I've kind of changed up pretty much everything in it. The neck, all of the parts, kind of made it into like a parts caster type of deal. But I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the sound of it. I always have, and it's very like near and dear to my heart. So yeah, has. Sound to it. Overall, very low output pickups, but I enjoy it. Moving on to my amp. This one, it's my first tube amp. It's my first like professional amp, and I enjoy it very much. It's kind of a workhorse because it does the clean thing that I like very much, and it also does the very driven kind of rock and roll sound that you hear in Red Girl and things like that. Very well. I swapped the speaker out of it. First, let me explain what it is. It's a Bass Breaker 30, made by Fender, and it pretty much has everything I need. I swapped the speaker out. I didn't really enjoy the speaker that much, so I swapped it out for like a more kind of clean sounding American voiced speaker. But yeah, it has really everything I need. Originally, when I first recorded out in the open with the guys, it had the original speaker in it. It didn't have the new one. And I had actually used the drive channel for most of all of like the driven stuff. But eventually, like when we started with the tour, I had actually switched it so that the drive channel is kind of like a light drive, and then I use a fuzz pedal that I recently got and things like that. We'll go into that. But here's the drive channel. So you hear it in meditation. So, yeah, you hear that in a few of the recordings and things like that. Yeah, very, very good amp. It has a reverb channel as well. I'll showcase some of that as well. I don't use much of it. I kind of just use low reverb. Overall, on the tour, I used a lot less. I just kind of turned it off because I wanted more direct sound. I feel like it kind of got washed out. So, but even on the reverb, even with the reverb on 10, it sounds really nice. most of the time though, I keep it off. So yeah, moving on to the pedal section of it. I have my pedal board that I created pretty much during COVID. Got very bored, so I was like, why not buy some pedals? And I did. I put together the first ones that I got were Tube Screamer and Ibanez Tube Screamer TS-808 and G-Rocket Archer. Those I've always been very inspired by John Mayer, and he uses those similar pedals to those two. I can't afford the very, very expensive ones that he has, nor do I want to. They're like, I don't want to feel like I'm, lugging around gold. So I just bought these, and yeah, they sound very good. It gets the job done really, really well. I use the Tube Screamer for kind of like a heavier drive. You hear that on She's My Songbird during the choruses. Yeah, when I go for a lot of driven solos, including Meditation in the Evening, She Is My Songbird, I think even Fool's Gold, I turn both on to get that kind of really really compressed sound. I enjoy the sound of it a lot. Mario despises Tube Screamers, and I love it. So I decide to use it as much as I can. So, yeah. I use it for Songbird. Okay. Yeah. I also have TC Electronic Third Dimension, which is kind of just trying to be the Boss Dimension. I mean, let's kind of face it. And it's very, very 80s chorusy, and I love that sort of sound, so I bought it. And I had another chorus a while ago that I think I used partially on the album. I forget where exactly, but it was, I don't know, it was some type of blue chorus. You're gonna have to take my word for it. And yeah, so this is very, very like luscious. Has a lot of different options. Use it on meditation, pretty much turning all the drives up and cranking everything I can up. That's pretty much what meditation solo is, because it's the end of the album, so I wanted to really, really make a big statement with it. So yeah, I also have a two-timer by BVE. I don't really know the company too well. I just know that it's a delay that allows me to get two different styles. I didn't use this one on the album either, believe it or not. So most of these weren't really used. Really, just Tube Screamer and the Archer are the two main used, as well as the Third Dimension actually. So there's that. But very, very good delay. You can also get like long delays on it. stuff. Very fun stuff. Yeah, and then finally, my most recent one is a Fuzz face, Hendrix Band of Gypsies Fuzz face. I like had a huge Hendrix phase fairly recently, and I really wanted to get that type of fuzz sound, and I really pictured myself using it specifically on Red Girl whenever I would have a solo for it, even just on the riff. So I got it, and now that's pretty much all I use as my heavy drive, as well as turning onto the drive channel of the amp to give it some boost. So that's pretty much the Red Girl tone, at least for live. Yeah. Yeah, I also have a Dunlop wah, not used in the recordings and rarely used, but I enjoy it a lot too. But also a Hendrix wah, as you can tell, I'm a bit obsessed. Being a very acoustic-inspired band, of course, we can't have a rig rundown complete without an acoustic guitar. This is actually most of what both Mario and I use live. We both kind of share this one live, but it is mine. I really love the sound of this. I had gotten this also post-COVID, like with my pedal board, and I fell in love with guilds, I think by accident. I found, I don't know, some YouTube video that featured one guild, and I was like, wow, it's a really nice sound. So I went straight to the website, and I was in need of a quality acoustic guitar. So I was really happy to find them, and I tried one at Guitar Center, and eventually found this one and took a risk buying it on Amazon of all places, which is not, I don't know, I feel like that's a weird way to buy a guitar. But I did it, and it came, and it's very nice, and I enjoy it very much. This is the sound of Bring It Back Home, pretty much. I recorded Bring It Back Home with the guys with this, and I don't know exactly what other recordings this one's on, but it's just a very big sound. It's a big part of our live sound. So yeah. So this is it for the rig rundown. I hope you enjoyed this episode of My Strange Addiction. And please like, subscribe, comment, share as much as you can. We really appreciate it, all your support out there, and keep listening.